Hello, and welcome once again for another interesting episode of Leadership Podcast, Nissi Studios. It's my privilege and the privilege of our team over here to have Dr. Aruna Wadkar. Madam, a warm welcome to you.
Thank you.
Would you like to say something about yourself for the benefit of the viewers, please?
I come from an educational background, actually. I'm from past 30 plus years. So, started as a teacher, then built up myself to the level, upgraded myself to the level as playing the role of academic coordinator, you say, or the principal, or as an academic lead with Pearson's. Then I was associated with Zealand Limited as well as regional school director for Karnataka and partly Tamil Nadu. So after all these roles are played, so now I'm like mentoring a bit towards the giving my service towards the teachers, you say, or the students. So that's a small journey which I have upgraded myself and to this level what I have come up to. As I belong to army lineage, so what happened? I was born somewhere else, traveling all over our own India country. And even in the as to professional wise, I mean, I worked as a teacher and principal, various states that I've been visiting.
Now, that's wonderful to know.
Thank
because the journey itself can be a great teacher, as one of the great men said once.
Absolutely.
Yes. Now, speaking about it, there are people who would define or describe leadership in many ways. Now, in your experience, because you come from a journeying experience, not only one spotlighted region, now, how would you describe or define leadership in your view?
That's a in-depth question because leadership in itself has lot and many views, point of views from different perspective of different people. But as far as I have learned or thought about leadership is not being of an authority, but how you become an influential person and be an inspirational person to others. So I believe that, be giving like ourselves not to the authority or the chair, but work along with wherever you are, along with the team to make an impact on where they can learn from you rather than, dictate and say that, okay, I am holding a position and you have to just follow it, which is not the right thing. So that is what I understand as leadership. And again, adding to it, we can also say that we are getting into a position where you need to believe on the transformational collaboration as well. So if you're not making that collaboration which can bring a change, then our leadership will not leave that impact.
Very true. So in my understanding of what you said, in the presence of a leader, a transformation is inevitable.
Absolutely.
People change for the good. But that's the innate quality of a leader in your experience. Great.
Thank you.
My other question, now as far as education is concerned, because you have a wide range of teaching experience, whether you're teaching or training the students or the principals per se, or a set of educators themselves. Now, what, in your opinion, is the qualities of qualification and qualities of education? Because sometimes the students get confused. Am I here to be qualified, or am I here to be educated, or am I here to get both? So what do you think is the job of an educational institution per se?
I rightly understand your question. As you said, students are confused. And adding to students, let me also add, teachers are also confused.
Right?
And the only thing that can build the change is when we say, do you hold degree or are you educated? So it brings a huge difference. And when it comes to students also, we need to make sure that we need to teach them why are they studying. We tell you study, but they don't know why are we studying. What are we to study? Why we should learn so much. In fact, when we talk about the students, we need to go beyond the books. But if you have knowledge and you have skill, but at the same time you do not have value and how to carry yourself as a leader,
yes,
even that doesn't have any value.
Yes.
You may have knowledge,
yes,
but when you don't have these, then you're not to be, we as educators or leaders, we cannot call ourselves as, oh yeah, I am into leadership and I am into education.
Yes. So like you rightly said, no matter how much we know or what is the extent of our position in the hierarchy of leadership, we should also learn how to carry ourselves.
Absolutely.
Because people are looking at us and watching us, and all the challenges that we come across, how we handle it, that actually defines whether you're an educated person.
Absolutely. Yes.
Right? Great. My next question is, since you've been traveling so much, what is that one challenge you would like to inform us as an educator? Because you're not only an educator by yourself, but you educate educators. That's your profile, if I'm right.
Yes.
So what is that one challenge you would like to explain to us or describe to us? And how did you win it?
When you talk about challenges, then yes, when you get into a role of leadership, there are many challenges that you face. Because I've been traveling to different states. As leaders, we cannot say, I know everything. I'll give you what I know.
Right.
But whether we are dealing with all the stakeholders of the school, when we deal with them, it is like how to deal with a higher management, how do we deal with the principals, and principal themselves are the leaders. Right? And as an educator, what do you want? Or the teachers or the students, all these are the stakeholders. So the most challenging thing that I came across is, it's difficult to read the mind of the people who do not want to change. Because as educators or as leaders or even as teachers, the most important thing, and it is inevitably that you need to change your mindset.
Right.
Because all the teachers, they lack of motivation, recognition. So we need to understand as to what they are going through, and according to that, you have to prepare your own mindset to handle those challenges anywhere you go.
Yes.
But as generally we say that we are good at blaming the management or the principals, but they have their own issues. But we as leaders, as educational leaders, we need to really see that what changes, even if not 100%, at least we could make 25% of change in the environment.
Exactly.
Nothing like that.
And my next question to you, Dr. Aruna Wadkar, is, since you've been in this field for such a long time, and like you said, from grassroots level upwards, from a teacher onwards, into a well-known educator nowadays, pan-India, if I'm right.
Yes.
What is your opinion and understanding on students' learning and development, how it was, and how is it?
So it has brought a huge changes. So when we talk about students, very important that we convey as I said earlier, what are we teaching them? Why are we teaching them? Because we need to tell, why do you study? And right now, at this generation, we are preparing them for the unknown jobs.
Right.
We are preparing them for the unknown future.
Yes, very uncertain.
Very uncertain. But in fact, in those days, okay, if you studied this, you'll become a doctor. You studied this. You had a way. You had a lot of paths to just go that, concentrate and reach their goal. But now it's not.
Right.
It's not. So they don't know where they are going to. We will not be able to touch the pulse of this generation unless you, as leaders, upgrade yourself to the level what is required by this era, or you call it this generation.
Very true. To be sensible and to be sensitive to who is in front.
Right.
And who are we delivering
to.